Hey there, Malcontents. Here's the Malcontent, and how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Malcontentment Tango. We are broadcasting live. We are at Green Lake Park in Seattle, Washington. This is the Lantern Festival for Black Unity. I think the other thing to point out that's significant for the Lantern Festival is that 75 years ago today, the second atomic bomb used in a combat capacity was dropped on the city of Nagasaki, entering in the atomic age, the start of kind of Cold War, because the Cold War basically starts right at the end of World War II. And the nuclear arms race. We have permission to broadcast, and I thank the organizers for that. There's going to be about an hour and a half of entertainment, and there'll be some speakers, and then lanterns commemorating Black lives, and will be placed into Green Lake.
Song is meant to keep you from doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep. Making banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now. Don't pretend it all the time. Thank you. Can't you see that it's just raining? Ain't no need to go outside. The telephone is simply ringing, it's so early, don't pick it up. We don't need to, we got everything we need right here, and everything we need is tonight. Just so easy when the whole world fits inside of your arms. Do you really need to pay attention to the alarm? Wake up slow, wake up slow. Thank you guys. A little sound check for y'all.
If you like independent media, I'd just like to remind you that you can support the Malcontentment Tango. You can support us on Venmo at the Malcontent. You can support us on PayPal,
in the middle
and you
of
can
the set,
become
so
a
I got
patron.
that out in sound check, so I think I'm gonna be alright. Do you need me to continue on, or we're good? Cool. Can I get a little bit more reverb on the books?
So that actually wasn't the full on, that was just sound check.
Awesome. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Dr. and Mrs. Malcontent, if you're watching, they had not only polar grapefruit seltzer, but they have protein pucks. So they have the vegan protein pucks, so my day is made. Well, okay, I've got to mute, because Michael Jackson is an instant shutdown. All right, I'm unmuting. I'll keep talking. I don't remember Paul Simon. I know Michael Jackson is like a quick way to get a feed shut down. Because commercial music is playing, I have to keep talking over the commercial music or the feed gets shut down. And it's hard for me because I'm having like my quasi dinner right now of a protein puck. We're here at beautiful Green Lake Park. That's right, haters. This is Seattle. You know, it's funny when you say, take a look around your city. All right, I'm taking a look around my city. It's gorgeous. I am aware of what's going on at Cal Anderson Park. I've had a couple of people ping me and all. I've dealt with enough kind of hypocrisy for the day. I think hypocrisy is the right word. I have heard that mask compliance at that event at Cal Anderson Park that's going on right now is like 1%. And I've become pretty convinced over the summer. If you're outside, moving around, you're generally healthy, you don't have comorbidities, and you're wearing a mask and you're washing your hands like you have OCD, and you're, very, very cognizant about not touching your face, not touching your eyes, your general risk is pretty low. And I have said on other feeds, and right now, what I'm doing, the reason I'm just talking is I have to talk over the music. If I don't talk over the music, the feed will get knocked out because it'll be like, why are you playing DJ? And it's the bots. It's not like someone reports me, it's just the bots. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just the state of the world we're in today. So anyway, I've said, like, for example, I would go to a baseball game. I would totally go to a baseball game. My worry would not be when I'm sitting in the stands watching the game. First of all, the Seattle Mariners only sell about 12,000 tickets average in a game, and there's 43,000 seats. So getting spread out's pretty easy. I wouldn't be indoors in a luxury box. Like if somebody, hey, you want to come to the luxury box to a game? I would go no. Or I would confirm that that luxury box is an outside area, and I would stay exclusively in that outside area. The only concerns I would have going to a baseball game right now is entering the stadium and exiting the stadium, because you're going to get channeled at some point into stairwells or elevators with a ton of people and you're indoors. For me, my mitigation strategy would be like at Safeco, they open up 2 hours before the game, and you can kind of watch batting practice and fielding practice, and they're doing the pregame interviews, and you get to see all that. So I'd probably just 2 hours before, and then I would either bail at about 7th inning, or if it was a real intense game, I would just stay and be like one of those people that the people that are cleaning are like, dude, when is that dude leaving his seat? But I would totally go to a game. I don't have a problem with religion per se. I do have a problem with hypocrisy. I have a real problem with hypocrisy, I'll admit that. So, it is a beautiful night at Green Lake right now. Absolutely beautiful night. There were, I would even go as far to say, like, if you're in the area, if you're in the Green Lake area, as you can see, there's very easy to social distance for this. People are wearing masks. admittedly don't have one on at the moment because I'm feeding my face. And there is going to be some great entertainment. And when the lanterns are put in the lake, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see. If you're in the area, come on down. There's going to be a kid-friendly event. There's free food. There's free drinks. There are some vendors that are selling stuff. So it's going to be really, really nice. Again, if you're just tuning in, the reason you're listening to me blab, they're still doing sound check and they're waiting for the performers to get ready. And because there is this commercial music playing, if I don't keep talking, then what happens is Facebook zings the feed because they go, hey, you're playing disc jockey. And I'm not playing disc jockey. Hey, Dr. Mr. Malcontent's on. Hi, honey. Everybody say hi to Dr. Mrs. Malcontent. She is saving lives tonight. And some of those people at Cal Anderson that are elbow to elbow, not wearing masks, like that whole group there, unfortunately, a few of them may get to meet my wife in a few weeks. Love you, honey. I'm hearing multiple things that it is just beyond crazy at Cal Anderson. I'm getting like PMs of like multiple platforms. People are asking me, dude, are you going to Cal Al? You going to Cal Al? I did the Back the Blue thing today. I think I've reached my it's funny. I was looking through the comments in the Back of the Blue thing, and oh, your comments aren't fair, and blah blah. And I had a bunch of people come and he's like, dude, you were so professional at that thing. I couldn't have done what you did. I would have just punching people in the face. I think it's important to tell all sides of the story. I mean, if you think about it, today I did Back the Blue, tried to do direct action, very frustrating. You guys heard me have a conversation with another streamer about it. I read your comments there. It looks generally reading the comments there, and everybody's pretty much unified that if you're kind of out on a sidewalk or in a public street, there's just this, you're going to get filmed. And that's kind of a lot of the base argument for most streamers. Now, I have said many times, I generally try not to film medics. I generally try not to film security people. And the reason being is some medics have been fired from their real jobs for playing medic. And when I say playing medic, I don't mean pretending to be a medic. But they have had retribution. And police actively target medics as they actively target the media. So, we are sensitive to a number of these people and trying not to fill them. And
hey,
they
good
have
evening, everybody.
All right, I think we're started.
Okay, yep, I can hear you. My name's Nadia, but you can just call me Naz. I'm going to be your MC host this evening. I want to let you know that if you are ready, there are lanterns available for you to decorate. So what we're doing here tonight is just celebrating the lives of those that we have lost. Of course, to police brutality, but also just those that we've lost throughout life for various reasons. So over here to my right, your left, there are lanterns with art supplies. You can decorate them, get them ready throughout the performances tonight. They're complimentary, but if you'd like to make a donation, the Venmo and Cash App and everything are over there. So let's get into it. I think we're gonna get a little bit more music going. Right at 8 o'clock, we'll get our first performer going. We'll get our land acknowledgement, and then we'll get into our performances. So thanks for being here. I look forward to seeing your lanterns.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised but I haven't heard this song in a long time, and I like this song. And again, you're gonna have to listen to me yak for about 13 minutes to get or the feed will get knocked off. So back to kind of what I was saying. I just can't deal with the religious thing, right? There's an issue. Streamer burnout is very real. Self-care is really important. I'm trying to show also, it's a great song actually. There's both sides of the story as the song that's playing, right? I mean, I went to the Back Blue thing. I showed some of the direct action thing, right? That is about as far apart as the two things you can go. And I think if somebody goes, oh, he's biased, like if I was biased, I wouldn't have covered both those events. I would have covered one or the other, period. I am entitled to have my POV. Now, if you don't agree with my POV, that is your prerogative also. But don't twist what the word bias means. You know, look, you want to be told what to think? If you want to be told what to think, then go watch Fox News, go watch MSNBC, go watch CNN. They will tell you what to think in delightful little 7-minute sections between commercials. If you want to see the beginning, the middle, and the end of something, obviously with the direct action peeps, you couldn't be able to show, they wouldn't let me show the beginning, the middle, and the end. That's their prerogative, and I'm not going to beat that horse. You can go back to the earlier video on that. Then, you had the opportunity to see beginning, middle, and end. So, I saw one comment that somebody made on the other feed, when I got whacked with the baton today, it's like, you didn't listen to the cop. I mean, you go back to the video. I was told back up and hit with the baton. I mean, it was like a second. There wasn't even time for me to respond, right? It was just all of a sudden, back up and whack, I'm going to hit you. And here's the other thing, if you watch that feed. I had called out that guy was just wired for sound. Because I could feel it coming off of him. I've done this enough now for a few months. My radar is getting pretty fine-tuned on the funky factor. And my radar is kind of like going like, hey, funky factor to the right. And of course, remember, I'm on the protester side. I'm not expecting a law enforcement officer to be tripping off the funky factor thing, because they shouldn't be tripping off the funky factor meter. And I turned and I looked at the guy, and the guy just super intense look in his eyes. But the thing that caught my eye in that moment is his chest was heaving like he had just sprinted 5 miles. He was heaving like he had run a 10K race. And I'm somebody who jogs. And I'm somebody who can run a half marathon in about 2 hours 5. And I mean, that's how hard he was heaving. And he didn't run up there. He was just standing there. And I remember that's why I was just like, oh man, this guy's terrified. Because that's why he's breathing hard. He's got adrenaline going and he's terrified. He's scared. And the bottom line is, if he's scared in that situation, because that's nothing. I've been in way worse, particularly back in January and early July. That was nothing today. And if he's that scared in that moment, he shouldn't be on the friggin' line. Just shouldn't be on the line. There was no justification for it. So, anyway, I'm just yakking. I'm gonna stop beating that dead horse. I have to keep talking because, all right, here is worthless trivia for you. In 2007, the Malcontent performed this song, James Brown, I Feel Good, after winning a talent contest on a cruise ship. And I performed James Brown's I Feel Good in front of 2,000 people on a cruise ship. And there were 12 other passengers that did other songs. And there's one dude, and I'm still friends with them, of 3 of the 12 people. So 3 others. So 4 of us are still friends to this day. And there's your worthless information about the Malcontent. And one of the things I learned in like really getting the true experience of being a performer for one day, we were all talking in the bar afterwards. There was one woman who had won, and she was like, she wasn't old enough to drink technically. And we were all at the bar of the cruise ship, and the server went to card her, and I was just like, you know, basically like, just have a heart, dude, please, just have a heart, please, and just give her a drink. She wants a drink, give her a drink. And I can't remember the drinking age was probably 21. It couldn't have been 18, because if she was under 18, I wouldn't have taken that. It's like, it was a 12-hour day. I was like, wait a minute, I'm on vacation. It was a 12, because it was the whole thing. It was like wardrobe and dancers and rehearsals and costumes and then having a tailor the costume. I was in the whole James Brown thing. And I'm glad, because like one of the things is like, I'm not doing blackface. They're like, no. We were like, okay, good, I'm glad. And I didn't have to wear a wig. They did my hair. I had more hair. And they did my hair. But yeah, I did James Brown, I Can Feel Good on a cruise ship. I couldn't do the splits, but I could kind of do that fast little foot shuffle thing that he did. And I did a little fast food shuffle thing. And the crowd went crazy. So there you go. There's your little worthless information. And there is a video of it. A video exists. In all of beautiful, I don't even know if it's in 480. It might be in 240. They were like, one of the things is, and you'll get a DVD of your performance. And when I watch the DVD, the video quality is horrific. I'm pretty sure it's 240 lines of resolution. So anyway. Raisin on Yakin is the real entertainment. It's going to start at about 8 o'clock. And if I don't continue to talk over the music, then the copyright gods go, hey, you're playing disc jockey, and they knock the feed off the air. So, yeah, for those of you just tuning in, we're at Green Lake Park. This is for the Lantern Festival. You know, troller's going to troll. There's literally nothing to troll here. It's hysterical. They just come on the feed, and they just come on the feed, and it's like they're not even watching the video. If they watch the video, even for like 30 seconds, they would be like, oh, there's something going on, and it has nothing to do with my comments. And you can always tell. And of course, then that gets back into, are we just seeing comments from a troll farm that's just trying to fire things up? Because we know a fair number of comments come from troll farms and don't actually come from real people. Because we get the analytics data. I wish people had understood that. And we look at the analytics data and we do some housekeeping on our own afterwards.
Not one little thing without a woman on the girl.
We are using pole cam tonight. I'm having to kind of hold it in a weird way, which is why it's a little jiggly at times. I'm kind of like running out of crap to talk about. I mean, I just don't want to be here going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to keep going over the music. Oh my goodness, great song. Oh, it's a friggin', I haven't heard this song in forever. But yeah, I know things are popping off and crazy over at Cal Anderson. So for those just tuning in, we are in Seattle, Washington. We are at Green Lake Park. There's Green Lake Park for you. And we are, that's right, as you can see, poor Seattle is in ruins. It's like that's some of the comments that crack me up too. Look at your city. Okay. Hey everybody, look at Seattle. That's why the trolls aren't here. The trolls aren't here because they're just like, what the hell is this? It's music and a lake and pretty water and trees, which is what like 98% of Seattle is. Well, not lake. Well, actually, it is true. A lot of lakes in Seattle. Just trying to dial in that zoom a little bit better for you. So, the original plan was to walk to Green Lake from the U District, from deep in the U District. So there's part of me that I'm like, I'm glad we drove. As much as I have been getting my friggin' steps in, I'll tell you that, the last few days. I'm thinking entertainment should start here in a little bit. I mean, in theory, I would guess we might have one more song. Oh, this kid is scaring me. I really don't want to have to play first aid here. Yeah, they being told to put their hands back on the rail and to climb down. Kids gonna be kids. There's nothing wrong with that. Just when they were up on the top, all the way up on the top, and they weren't holding their hand on anything anymore, I'm like, oh, you're making me nervous now. Once a dad, always a dad. Hey, you rotten kids. At least you know I won't be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy at 70 years old. We know who those people are gonna be. We can tell by the comments. Hey, you rotten kids, get off of my lawn. I'm gonna be like the cool dude. We're already like the cool house. We're the house on Halloween that hands out the full-size candy bars. Seriously. Or if we can't get the full-size candy bars, it's like, here, have a handful of candy. We do a haunted house fundraiser every other year. This would be the year we do it even years. This would be the year that we will do it normally, but because of, oh man, kid, you're making me so nervous. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, Mom has intervened again. Like, Mom is like, no, get down. Anyway, yeah, nothing wrong with boys being boys. He could be doing far worse. I just don't want him to get hurt. It's a long way down when he's on that top rail. Anyway, we do a haunted house. We do it to support Hope Link, and we do it every other year. We will not be able to do it this year. We do it even years, but because of sea disease is clearly not going away, and there's no way we can safely do it. But what we have talked about, Dr. and Mrs. Malcontent and I, is we will do kind of all the outdoor display, and we'll put some outdoor stuff out, you know, and we'll promote kind of as a drive-by, and, you know, hey, just do a drive-by, and we may put a big container or a box out there and just, hey, you know, food donation here, you know, or have a PayPal and Venmo tag for donations. So that's probably how we're going to handle that for a Hope Link fundraiser, because all of the food banks are really struggling. One, there's a lot more need, but the second problem is because of supply chain disruption, supermarkets don't have as much food to donate.
Ready to get started. So if you'd like to bring it in for the land acknowledgement, please do so. After the land acknowledgement, you're welcome to move about.
All right.
You can bring lanterns over here and decorate while you're sitting, and let them go whenever you're ready. This is very casual. and there's plenty, so we could do like a final release at the end as well. But feel free to let them go throughout the programming.
All right, I think we're starting.
So, thanks again, everyone, for being here. My name is Nadia, but you can just call me Naz. I'm a Seattle native, educator, entrepreneur, queen, mother, revolutionary. I'm here with my mom, Miss Jessie. She's over here doing her lantern. We're the two members of the Harriet Tubman Foundation for Safe Passage. So it's a mother-daughter nonprofit we've been around for a couple years, but since this movement started here in Seattle, we finally made it a top priority to start using our 501c3 to do our activist work. So thank you for having me. I'm excited for this evening. We got some great stuff planned for you. Right now, I'm gonna bring up my brother Lewis Adams. He is a representative on behalf of the First Nations of Bellevue College, and he's gonna help us out with the land acknowledgement before we get into our performances tonight.
Hey, I really appreciate that. Great introduction. All right. I like to move around, so don't mind me with this. Right here, just give me a second. And don't also mind the athletic attire. I literally just walked here today. I walk around Green Lake every single day, okay? Every single day, you'll see me walking around here, and then I go play soccer over near where everything's active, where they have a pool and whatnot. I used to play basketball, but then they took down the rims. I don't know if you Green Lake Originals know that. Does anyone? I know. I'm really disappointed. Really disappointed. It's been all right. I mean, as far as like when the quarantine and everything, but I understand. I really get it. As far as the rest of everything that's being considered, I'm here to introduce you guys to a land acknowledgement. Who has actually been a part of a land acknowledgement before? Raise of hands, please. I just need to see, because every single time I've done a land acknowledgement, there's always like 5, 10, 15 hands every single time. And it's sad, but it gives me such a great opportunity to be able to speak to you guys today about your first time experience. And I love first time experiences because I get to tell you guys exactly what's going to happen. So here's what a land acknowledgement is really about. A lot of times there's going to be doing a sage. Sage really is like more of our practice that we have as far as Native Americans or First Nations. And it's really just more of a, we go through our lives from point A to point B. We live in this sort of like, I guess, cubicles, or we have I only go to work and then I do what I do with my kids and I go home and whatnot. But we forget where we came for the land as original people, right? Original people were here before everybody else, but nobody really pays respects to that, at least from a day-to-day standpoint. So being a part of a land acknowledgement is a first-time experience for a lot of people, and it's really about just paying respects, not just to the people that were here, but to the land. It's really something that we hold sacred to ourselves as Native Americans and First Nations and people as themselves. So what I do is I come to Green Lake. It is a part of the indigenous land to Seattle, but then I also go walk over to Ravenna Park. Ravenna Park, it's it's really hasn't been touched too much as far as what it goes. So it's very therapeutic and catharsis for me. Aside from that, what I'm telling to you guys today is to just think about those moments where you can, if you ever have time, or you're on the bus, or if you're on the link station, just have a moment to be able to think about the original people, the original land, and the original, whatever kind of origin it may come from, because it is something that people don't consider in their day-to-day lives. So yeah, thanks for the introduction. I really appreciate it. My name is Lewis Adams. I'm the First Nations at Bellevue College program leader for Bellevue, I already said it, but Bellevue College. I'm going to be going to the University of Washington in the fall. So come the fall, that's pretty much, I'm going to be going to Native Business Association. And I'm sorry, they don't really have a Facebook over there that's active. So for now, if you guys really do want to commit your time towards the Native American community, what we're going to be doing now is with the KG, we just made this plan today because I came in here walking with this t-shirt and just running, and now I just all of a sudden doing this land acknowledgement. What we're doing is we're going to have a collaboration of sorts, at least from what KG said today, is that The guy hosting of this event is that on August 14th, we're going to be doing a collaboration of sorts with the Otomo group. I am the representative of the Otomo group because they asked me to be able to speak a land acknowledgement. So for the people that are here today that aren't aware of the event that's going to be happening on August 14th, you can go to either my Instagram on L_Adams3. I'm going to be posting the flyer there for a new, it's not just going to be a land acknowledgement here, but they're going to be doing a march in Seattle. So you can check them out. I think it's Oya_C. I just got the username, so don't call me on that. But you guys can check it out whenever you want, but it's OYE_C. SEA, abbreviation for Seattle. Check them out. What was his name? Sorry, KG. KG, he said he was going to be doing some collaboration of sorts with them on August 14th. And you'll also be seeing me once again. So we're going to be doing that land acknowledgement, and I really appreciate your guys' time and the respect that you guys gave me as far as doing a land acknowledgement, because people don't realize that Seattle actually is indigenous in itself. So that being said, I love Green Lake. It's been here since day one, so I'm always going to be here. So if you guys see me, say hi. I'm a friendly face. I don't care if I know you or not. Just I'm always going to be that guy that spoke here at Green Lake that one day. So in regards to everything else, I appreciate your guys' time, and let's have a good, I don't know what this is. I just came here again today. I just told you this. It's an event, right? Lantern Vigil. So let's just have a good Lantern Vigil, you guys. I really appreciate your guys' time.
Word. Thank you, Lewis. So just to reiterate, we do the land acknowledgement to remind everybody that we are on stolen land. Duwamish. This is the traditional home of the Coast Salish people. And it's important that we acknowledge that always, because the spirits of those indigenous people we've lost and all of our ancestors guide us in everything that we do. And so what we're going to do next, actually, is I'm going to say some of the names of those that we've lost, because it's my belief that when we lose our loved ones in this physical realm, that they protect us in a spiritual realm. And again, that's what guides us in everything that we do, protects us. It's what's brought us to this moment in life right now. So what I would encourage you to do is, after we say a name, either repeat that name, or you can say Ashe, or Amen, whatever is comfortable to you, maybe a snap. But this is how we call our ancestors to be present with us. So Lorenzo Anderson, Antonio Mays Jr.,
Ashe.
Summer Taylor,
Ashe.
Margarita Miller,
Ashe.
Gregory Mark,
Ashe.
Hermes Esgadam.
Ashe.
And these are the names of our ancestors that we lost to police violence here in Washington. Malik Williams,
Ashe.
Mantry Norris,
Ashe.
Saeed Joaquin,
Ashe.
Sean Furr,
Ashe.
Kenneth Harding Jr.,
Ashe.
Anosa Strickland,
Ashe.
Ryan Smith,
Ashe.
Curtis Elroy Tade,
Ashe.
Eugene Nelson,
Ashe.
Giovanni Joseph McDade,
Ashe.
Charlena Lyles,
Ashe.
Demarius Butts, William Strokes,
Ashe.
Chance Dunlap Gittens,
Ashe.
Shay Taylor,
Ashe.
DeAntrell Davis, Lonnie Cedric Davis,
Ashe.
Michael Ely, Robert Guy Jr.,
A lot of names.
Edward Anderson,
Ashe.
Erdman Bascom,
Ashe.
Welton Armstead,
Ashe.
Kenneth Maurice Boyd, Leslie Allen Black,
Ashe.
Aaron Roberts, John T. Williams,
Ashe.
Chastity LeClaire,
Ashe.
Robert J. Lightfeather,
Ashe.
Renee Davis.
Ashe.
And I'm going to invite you, if you have a name of a loved one, an ancestor that you'd like to call forward at this time, please say their name out loud.
Porter, Elijah Dupree.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Don't look for others.
Ashe. Yes.
Frederick Green.
Ashe.
Porter E. Paddock. Jasper Boy.
Ashe. Ashe. Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you to our ancestors. I'm really enjoying how intimate this is right now. So before we get into our first performer, Elisha, forgive me. I think I'll be okay on time. I want to invite a brother up here. He's an amazing singer, and he's going to share his story about the loss of a loved one to police violence. So I'd like to invite Poe up to speak to you all. Please clap it up all the way to the stage. Thank you so much.
How's everybody doing? Good to see all your faces. First of all, I want to acknowledge the native people of this land, first off. And I also want to acknowledge the black leaders and the black community for inviting me out here for this and to share my cousin's story. My name is Paul Leapai. I'm an audio engineer, educator, as well as an activist here from the area, originally from Compton, California. I lived up here over 20 years now. This is home. The Northwest is home. I want to share y'all a story about my cousin, Yosia Faletongo. He grew up in High Point in West Seattle. There you go. So on New Year's Eve 2018, going into 2019, my cousin was killed, murdered by Seattle Police North Precinct. The same precinct that took the life of Shay Taylor. The same precinct that took the life of Charlene Lyles. I want to tell y'all why I'm here. You may have seen me before. I've been out here almost every night for the past three months in support of Black lives, first and foremost. I want to tell y'all that to say this. When my cousin was murdered, hardly anybody came to my family and embraced him the way the black community did. My black brothers and sisters embraced us. We got reached out by Andre Taylor from Not This Time, the brother of Shay Taylor. We got reached out by Nikita Oliver, another leader from the community. Also by Katrina Johnson, cousin of Charlene Lyles. And all these black brothers and sisters reached out to us and embraced my family through such a hard time. It's been over a year and a half now, and since then, the Seattle Police Officers Guild has given my family a very, very insensitive and dismissing kind of approach to my cousin's murder, telling us that it was justified because he feared for his life. On 4 body cams, we saw my cousin's hands up in the air with his fingers up right before the officer Jared Keller shot him in the back of the head. We found out later he had killed another person months before that. So we've been trying for an inquest or an independent investigation since his murder. Since the video of George Floyd surfaced, it's kind of refreshed everything in the investigation and brought out a lot of support from my family, especially from the black community. And I'm here to share that story to say thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the time. Thank you for listening to my story. And I'm just praying for justice for my family. And I also want to say rest in peace to E.J. Strickland and to all the lives we've lost in this journey. Every life we've lost on this journey. And that's why I'm here. I'm blessed to be here. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. God bless.
Thank you, Poe. All right, so we're gonna get into our main musical guest. Coming out of Miami, Florida, singer-songwriter Elisha brings a soulful, jazzy style with a touch of folk to the Seattle music scene. With silky smooth vocals and a swing in her strum, she aims to spread love and hope to all who listen. I've had the pleasure of meeting Elisha through this movement. She is a bright light, and I'm really, really excited for all of you to get to hear her perform. It's my first time too. So give it up all the way to the stage. Keep it going, clap it up until she gets up here and gets settled, y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Naz, for putting me on. All right, so I have a mixture of songs for you guys tonight. Many originals, a couple covers. I do have a little bit of nerves right here, so just gonna breathe through this. We are family. We're family. So, there you go. The first song I'm going to sing is a song that I wrote about this time last year. A lot had happened in my life, a lot of trauma I had experienced, and I was ready to turn a page after so much. And I feel like this song has a lot to do with this movement as well, because Black people and brown people have been through so much, and we are ready. We've been ready for a change. So I called this song Autumn Come, because autumn is my favorite season, but it goes both ways. You know, I wanted the season to come, and I just wanted this new part of my life to be here. So this is Autumn Come. Can I get a little bit of that Autumn come, oh, leaves fall down on me. I've waited so very long for the changes in the breeze. Autumn come, autumn come, oh, autumn come, autumn come, oh, autumn come. This is where I want to be now, right now, right now. Closing my eyes, I see with the heart inside. Oh, and I know, at last I know that I am home. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that song just made me, helped me process what I was going through, and after I'd written it, the season did come, so. This next song is a new song I've written. Actually, when COVID hit, I thought I'd lost inspo. I just, what's going to inspire you sitting at home? But then when I became active in the revolution, Badingsbo was very present. And this is a new song. I've never played it before on the stage. So, yeah.
If you guys are enjoying the entertainment and music, don't forget to share and start a watch party. You could share and start a watch party and share this great entertainment with other people. And help an aspiring artist get some more
I was
views.
in CHOP when I wrote this.
And make sure you hit those hearts.
Stand and wonder, when will I see the ride that was promised to me? Louder than the sounds of words that fall from my lips is the melanin in my skin, my God-given gift. The blood that pumps strongly through these veins carries the story of my grandmother's mother's pain. Not long ago, in tears and heartache, she paid, praying and hoping that I might see a better day. Institutions, you fed us with lies, made it seem like we'd won freedom while you covered up our eyes. Why is there bloodshed every time I look around? When will it be legal to exist while being proud? I sing for the fallen and honor their lives. I stand with my people and will continue to rise. We're fighting to win, and when we will, you heard it straight from Capitol Hill. Dear black children of the future who are listening to these songs, know that you are loved and proudly wear your crown. That was promise. Thank you so much. I like to talk with my audience about my process. So next time I will play that up one, and then y'all can sing along. So I want y'all to learn the words. So this next song, I'm not going to tell you the name of it because y'all should know it. It's not mine. It's by Tracy Chapman. And I really appreciate Tracy Chapman because her music is conscious music, and that's my vibe. So if you know the words,
hopefully the stream won't get knocked off. If it does, I will come back. It's a great song.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper while we're standing in the welfare lines, crying in the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds like a whisper. Black people gonna rise up and get our share. Black people gonna rise up and take what's ours. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. I said you better run, 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 run. 'Cause Crawford. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are lovely. For those of you who don't know, that was Talking About a Revolution by Tracy Chapman. You're so very kind. She must be talking about Tracy Chapman. So this next song is an original, and this is a song that I wrote when I was in a very low time in my life. I was a teenager. I'll share a little bit of the story. I had issues at home growing up with my parents, and so I left to Texas. I was living in Miami, but I left to Texas just to do my own thing. And I just didn't feel loved by anybody. It was one of the deepest depressions I've ever been in. And I like to talk about this stuff because I feel like we should talk about it. Mental health should be something that is okay to talk about, And so many people are hurting right now, and they suppress and suppress and suppress because they're afraid that they're going to be judged by people who listen. But in reality, I think people who are judging are feeling that themselves. So this is Bleeding. Do you know what it is to feel like the only one who bleeds? Well, it's alright, that's how I know that I'm alive. And it's taken all of me. Never wear my heart on my sleeve. Cause in a world where people dish it out but just can't take it, don't know contentment cause your life habit's been just to fake it. It doesn't click within the minds of those who say they love you. Do they realize that life's dripping right out of you? Da-na. To the side, just like I always do. What's the point of giving if you'll never get it anyway? Every day the red river's getting bigger. What's inside to my surprise is not reflected in the mirror. Looking for a piece just to see the larger picture. All I see is a blurred image and I'm wishing it was clearer. That's how it always goes. Same old story overtold. For good. To those it doesn't hurt, it's better just to be forgotten. My heart's made out of stone, but you're the one who laid it. The bed is hardened now, cause that's the way you chose to make it. But I've grown stronger since. Now I can stand on my 2 feet. Yeah, yeah. I'll never forget those darker days, but I won't let the past stand in my way. 'Cause in this world of people dish it out but just can't take it, I'll find contentment on this daily journey that I'm making. Little by little, step step by step I'm healing. The scars remain, but you can see that I'm no longer bleeding. Little by little, step by step I'm healing. The scars remain, but you can see that I'm no longer bleeding. Thank you so much. I will say that music has a power greater than words can really express, because music saved me. That time when I wrote that song saved me. That song is why I'm here right now. Having my guitar by me and being able to come to this was I don't have the word for it, but I think you understand. And for those of you who say, well, I don't play an instrument, or I'm too this or I'm too that to play, that doesn't matter. Music is there for you always. Whether you're just listening or you're making it, or if it sounds like this, that is music and it's within you. And I feel that every person should grant themselves the access to it within. So this next song is a little more peppy, but this is called TV Girl, and I wrote this one at that same time, but I was angry in this one, so I put some spice in it. Today I want this song to be about white supremacy, like how I feel toward it, and the system. So this is TV Girl. Looking at me, waiting for something to change. I keep calling my name, but you're doing it all in vain. Where is your brain? It's such a shame, yeah. Well, I was your TV girl, laughed at me while I played your fool. Press my buttons, now you don't like what you see. Till one day I just blew, and I swear you ain't getting nothing out of me. You keep telling me something's wrong, but tell me, when was it ever right? I don't wanna talk about it, I'm really just not down to fight. Feel me out when I wanna change the game, I made the same mistake again. Giving you another chance, another shot at me, I just let you get the best of me. Now I swear you ain't getting nothing out of me. So dream on and reminisce. Oh, now what are you gonna do? 'Cause when I was your TV girl, all you did was do abuse. So now what's your excuse? Was it for your health? I don't really care, go love yourself. Thank you. That one was TV Girl. By the way, that one's on my EP, which is out in stores, so it's on Spotify and everywhere you can buy music. If you go to, the EP is called Blue, and my website is classicelisha, ELISHA, music.com, and you can find everything there. I'm working on my second project currently. This next one is, it's called Songbird, and I wrote this about being present. It's easy to get distracted from yourself with everything that's going on, and like life before the revolution, but especially now, we're out here fighting, we're marching, we're doing all these things, and then when we go home, it's still like we're on, and then, we might like grab a bite to eat over there and then keep going. But when do you just get to be? I want to ask you a question right now, and I want to give you a moment to answer it to yourself. Where are you? Where are you? I want you to be here with me right now, in this space, with this lake in front of you. I'm gonna need some help on this one, so there's a sing-along part, and I'll help you guys out to sing it. It's easy to get wrapped up in the past, think about what coulda, shoulda, woulda been, but didn't last. Balance is the thing that's lost and hard to find, especially after coming off a wild ride. So, songbird, sing your song to me. Let me know where I'm supposed to be. Right here, sitting at my window, watching clouds pass. I can feel the wind blow. Sing my worries out of my mind, with your melody in perfect time. That's right, the grass is pretty green, yeah, here on our side. I could spend a lot of time worrying about tomorrow, like what will I eat, who will I meet, and where will I go by, instead of stressing about the next day. I'll spend my time living for today. So, songbird, sing your song to me. Let me know where I'm supposed to be. Right here, sitting at my window, watching clouds pass. I can see the wind blow. Sing my worries out of my mind, with your melody in perfect time. That's right, the grass is pretty green, yeah, here on my side. We're gonna break it down now. Whatever stresses you're holding on to, I want you to let them go. The thoughts that come into your head, acknowledge them. Let them pass like clouds. And be here with me right now. Right here, right now. Repeat after me. Keep it going. Let me know where I'm supposed to be. Right here, soaking up the sun glow in my skin, yeah, I can feel the wind blow. Keep those worries out of my mind. With your song, remind me I'll be fine. That's 'cause the grass is pretty green, yeah, here on my side. You guys sounded lovely. Can we say gratitude?
Gratitude.
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 I am grateful for my life. I am grateful
I am grateful
for this day.
for this day.
I am grateful for my ability to make a change. That song was partially about, well, entirely about being present and gratitude, because those go hand in hand. You know, it's important to stay grateful. I say this on the marches all the time, that you cannot progress unless you count the blessings you have right now. You need to acknowledge what you have. And I gave the example of trying to climb a ladder. How are you going to climb the ladder if you don't, you know, appreciate the rungs that you're stepping on to get up there? You know? Imagine if when you didn't appreciate them, they would just fall. You would be on the ground. Luckily, you know, science prevents that, but it is important to remain grateful. So this next song is about my appreciation and my love for the moon. Her name is Luna. And I feel that it's so important to be in touch with nature all the time, especially right now. We're so in our phones, we're so like, you know, doing other things and, you know, numbing pains and stuff, but how often do you just go outside and exist? Just to be there. I want to talk about following the things inside that guide you. That could be, you know, the ancestral presence. That could be your intuition. It's important to listen to that stuff. And when I first moved here to Seattle, back to Seattle, I was living way, way south, so it wasn't even Seattle. And, you know, I would have a long train ride home, and I remember just seeing the moon in the sky and feeling so comforted by her presence. And every time she comes out, I acknowledge her because she guides me and I feel her love. So this song is called Luna. When blue turns to black, the day is done now. I've been waiting for you. You can come out now, it's alright. The stars in the sky reflect in my eyes. You're finally here with me. Mighty long day it's been since my feet hit the ground. Feels like I've covered every single inch of this town. I'm far away from home, but it's a comfort to know you'll leave me there. Oh, Luna, I'll play a tune just for you. Oh, Luna, I'll sing this song to the moon. I feel I can fly when I dance in your light. Oh, Luna, I'll play a tune just for you. Oh, Luna, I'll sing this song to the moon. I feel I can fly when I dance in your light. Ooh, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have one more for you guys. I just need to hydrate. Let's do this together. If you have water or a beverage next to you, let's hydrate together because hydration is important.
Oh my goodness, I'm cramping up.
Thank you all so much for sharing this space with me and your time and your energy. To have you all here, we're here as one. We're all the same, and I appreciate this. So the last song is a song I wrote when I went to Gasworks Park. It's for you.
Famous park in
My
Seattle
friend
for those in the
Laura, she
national
loved it
audience.
so. I went to Gasworks Park at night once, and I'd never been at nighttime. And I remember I was down,
It's an
down closer
interesting
to the
place
water,
at night.
sitting atop that little cement ledge with my legs dangling over the water. And I could see all the tiny, tiny lights just going by, and it was so quiet, and the lake was just rippling, you know? And it was a clear night, you could see into the sky. And that's the first time that I realized for myself, not because someone told me, because I heard people say Seattle's small, but I was like, dang, this is a small place. It's so little. When you step back and you look at something from afar, it's not so scary anymore. It's not so vast. And I think that could relate to what we are in right now. Just thinking about perspectives. Think about your perspective, the perspective of the person sitting next to you. What could you do to see things differently? So this song is called Little City. Buildings melting into moving glass, and I wonder what could come of this. Sitting high above the dewy grass, and for once it doesn't seem so big. Little city from the lakeside, I'll be watching from the hilltop tonight. Quiet city from the outside. What of you? What of you? What of you? Floating in my head are many questions, not realizing just a reflection of a black rippling mirror, like something in a dream. How trippy can this really be? Little city from the lakeside, I'll be watching from the hilltop tonight. Quiet city from the outside, and miles and miles of view. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Buildings melting into moving glass, and I wonder what could come of this. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. Thank you. So many lovely faces I see. All support. Black Lives Matter. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? What's up? You can find me at Classic Elisha on Instagram, also Venmo and Cash App.
Yeah, well, give a shout out for that.
Classic Elisha, E-L-I-S-H-A. And my website, once again, is classicelishamusic.com. Thank you so much for your time. Bless. Y'all are so sweet. I have an encore for y'all. Let's see, I haven't played this song in a while. This is about my best friend, who we were teaching in a nonprofit together. We were teaching children music down in Tukwila. And we arrived early one day, and he's like, Elisha, you want to jam? And I was like, heck yeah. He's like, okay, meet me downstairs. So he starts walking with me downstairs, but then he turns around and he's starting to have a conversation with someone. And I was like, I'll just meet him down there. So I'm down there and I'm waiting like so long for this dude. And, I was thinking, I was like, what should I do? And so I just made a song about it, and I titled it Late, because he showed up late to the jam. So, this is it. He said to meet you in the basement at noon. Get ready, about to play some tunes. Pumped up and excited to jam. The mic's up, guitar in my hand. I'm thinking we can be experimental. Play some neo-soul, maybe some rock and roll. We can, yeah we can, yeah we could. 'Cause I just wanna play a song with you. It's not that complicated a thing to do. And I've been waiting now, it's noon. I'm wondering where, oh where are you? You're late. You're late, you're late. Check it. You're still not here, so I've been sitting around. Foot beats and rhythms into the ground. I started playing a little something like this. I started without you, I just keep playing, 'cause I still wanna play a song with you. It's not that complicated a thing to do. And I'm still waiting now, it's 1:45. And I'm still wondering where, oh where are you? Oh, I'm starting to figure this out. Oops. I'm starting to have my doubts. I think I figured this out. You're not coming, I'm alone here. I think I'm giving up on waiting on you, 'cause you're not gonna show up. So I'll keep playing, I'm a one-woman show. I'm a one-woman show. But you wouldn't know. Suddenly you come stumbling in, and you head straight for the piano. You gaze at me with your hands on the keys, and we share a moment of silence. Now I get to play that song with you. We're jamming like we were supposed to do. And now we can let go, get lost in the flow. There is just one thing I've got to know, is that you won't be late tomorrow. Don't be late, don't be late. Thank you. That was late.
There is a
Classic Elisha, Elisha. Yeah, I was gonna plug that for her too, so she didn't have to, but I didn't tell her. So yeah, Venmo, Cash App, classic Elisha. A cool thing about her performance tonight is she is actually being compensated her full asking rate. That's one of the that's the Harriet Tubman Foundation's one of our first focuses is raising money for Black creatives to be compensated their full rates. Creatives and activists. So often in our community and in the creative community, folks are like, well, here's the homie discount, but this is what we really need. And so our goal is to always pay all BIPOC specifically, creatives, their asking rate, what they believe they deserve for their time and talent. So, but you know, send her some more cash on top because she deserves it. That was amazing. Yeah, give it up. Yeah, so I want to let everyone just like stretch it out for a second. If you haven't done your lantern yet, please do so. They're getting stuck on the noodles, so I would recommend going to the outside docks to release them. Some have gotten through. Oh no, we can't go.
We're not supposed to let them all over.
Oh, we're keeping them in? Oh, sorry, someone told me something different. Never mind. You know, just go ahead and get those lanterns out, okay? Because it's for our people. So before we get into the y'all can keep moving. Yeah, go ahead. You can hear me. We're putting out lanterns to acknowledge our loved ones. And after we get back from like maybe a 5-minute little break here, we're gonna get into some Black people that matter that are here. They're gonna talk to us about a few things that they're passionate about. So thank you again for being here. One more time for Elisha, please.
Malcontents, thank you so much for the people that are supporting supporting that wonderful, amazing artist. Just absolutely fantastic to see. Everybody enjoyed that so much, and I love seeing that people were going and buying her album.
Check back in a couple more minutes, y'all.
Oh, it makes me very happy. And I'm glad that we could bring something to you a little different tonight. I know, actually, we've actually shared a lot of entertainment with you this weekend. If you watch the stream at Friday, the Everyday March and the events crew, they put on an amazing event on Friday. And I know even some of the haters are like, wait a minute, it's a catered protest? And it's like, yeah, we're well fed, get over it. And there's just, it's a beautiful scenery here. So the Lantern Festival is a Japanese custom, and it is something that is done. It's not just Japanese; it's Southeast Asian custom. But the significance of August 9th is this is in commemoration. Also, I'm not saying that this is being co-opted, and I'm not to discount what's going on. But this festival starts as a commemoration and a memoriam of the lives that were lost at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And I had talked about this in another feed. I'm not trying to rewrite history or whatever. I think the right decisions were made there, and that's that's a whole separate conversation, and it kind of takes away from going on. But that's kind of where this custom comes from, and we were. Canada does this, there's a gorgeous park in British Columbia called E.C. Manning Provincial Park. It is just a spectacular park. And on Canada Day, which is the equivalent of their 4th of July, because all holidays matter. Oh, see, now that's like, ouch. Dude, why are you doing that to us? But Canada Day is equivalent to it's our Independence Day. And at E.C. Manning Provincial Park, they do lanterns and decorate and put them into the lake. It's the Lightning Lakes Chain Lakes, and so it's the lake closest to the park where they do the lanterns. And unfortunately, because of sea disease, normally this is a very big event in the Seattle area where you have thousands of participants and thousands upon thousands of lanterns. And Dr. and Mrs. Malcontent and I have done photography at these events, and it's absolutely spectacular. There is no lighting for the stage area that I can see up to this point. So I don't know if they're going to come in with some lighting or stuff, or what ultimately may happen here is, you know, we'll have our speakers and you're not going to be able to see very well. But at least you'll be able to hear what's going on.
Get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get up, get on up. Can we hit it like we did one more time on the top? Can we hit it like that one more time? One more time. Let's hit it and quit. Can we hit it and quit? Can we hit it and quit? Can we hit it and quit? Hit it.
See? It's not... I think that there's definitely, like, there's been a degree of, oh my goodness, we have a lantern, we have a lantern flambe going on here. This happens. Lantern down. Oh, you really can't see it very well. There's a lantern that things have not gone very well for. By the way, for those of you who have been subscribing to the, subscribing onto YouTube, thanks. I think we just need like 5 or 6 more. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, we're pushing. If we get like literally 5 or 6 more, we get to get a vanity URL, and so it's just so beautiful. This is one of those moments where I don't think that the camera, the stream, you know, captures this very well. You probably see these little tiny points of light if you're looking at this on a phone. If you're looking on a TV screen, it's probably better, or a monitor, but you can see the lanterns are just drifting off out into the distance. There was somebody you saw out there in a canoe earlier, that the canoe crew that's part of the protocol, they will be out and grabbing up those lanterns. Oh, we're gonna have lights on the stage. Fantastic.
Y'all ready to get back into this?
We are. It's actually getting cold.
I want to gauge where everybody's at, so I'm gonna wait till folks gather background.
It's getting cold. I'll tell you that. It does not feel like August in Seattle today. It feels like mid to late September. If you're just tuning in, we are broadcasting live. We're at Seattle. We're at Green Lake Park for the Lantern Festival. Lanterns in commemoration of those who have passed on and for Black Lives. There hasn't been an official acknowledgement, but this festival has Southeast Asian origins, and on this day, August 9th, has significance for the survivors of and those lives lost in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. And typically, this is a much larger
All right, everybody.
event, but because of
Thanks for hanging with me.
sea disease, things have been very muted this
We have
year.
two speakers that are going to come up, and just to give you an idea of the rest of the night. So, two speakers that are going to come up and activate us, continue to keep us activated. And then after that, we're going to do what I've called it a sing-along. So I don't know about y'all, talking to the Black folks in here, but every time we need to get together to sing the Black National Anthem, lift every voice and sing, I noticed that not all of us know the words, myself included, and music is a very powerful tool in this revolution, perhaps the most powerful tool, because your voice, it opens up your heart chakra. And what we're going to need in order to defeat this oppressor is a lot of love. So singing together is a really powerful way for us to shift the frequency that we're all on. So what I did when I noticed that, not all of us knew the words to the Black National Anthem is I decided to purchase the song sheets. So I made some booklets of music that we're gonna start to bring at the events that we do, so that when we're together we can practice and sing together. So we've got Lift Every Voice and Sing. We're gonna try and get through the first verse. Maybe we'll try 2 and 3. But I also have A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke, and then we got some Spirit by Beyonce. Yes. So I hope everyone's into singing. To try and be kind of COVID safe, it'd be cool to have one sheet of music per group. So yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit. I hope everyone's excited because I'm excited to sing with y'all. Right now, I'm going to invite up our sister Trey. She's a 3rd generation Seattleite. That's no joke. You should clap for that because Seattleites are real ones. And she's also a representative of the Black Indigenous Coalition. So she's gonna get up here and get us motivated and inspired. So clap it up all the way to the microphone.
Yeah, if you have followed our coverage of the Black Indigenous marches, Trey is an active speaker.
What's poppin'? Hey! Hey, Trey. All right, can I get a Whose Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter.
All right, y'all, hold on. I got a lot of energy. I've been protesting since May 30th. I need y'all to give it up to me. When I say Whose Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter.
Whose Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter. All right, we are strong. All right, all together. We are small, but we are mighty. Now, I'm so happy to have been invited to come here and, walk into this experience with you and literally just being present for the Black lives that we have lost and people that have endured violence. I'm 3rd generation, right from the Central District. My great-grandmother, my great-grandfather moved up here from the South in the 1950s. So back when the Central District wasn't cute, where, you got PCC now, You got all these nice condos and, you know, you got Uncle Ike's and all those other stuff. Back when it was actually referred to as the colored district. That's where black people were supposed to live. That's where they were supposed to stay. And our people endured years of trauma in that area. They endured poverty, lack of housing, lack of funding for education, and overall lack of resources for healthcare to take care of themselves. And I happened to go off to college in 2010, came back, and Amazon moved in, and my people had slowly moved out. And a lot of my family have lost hope for the progression of the quality of black life. And that's why we're out here, and that's why I hope you guys are here. I've been protesting since May 30th because I have no other option but to show up to every single event, and I have to utilize my voice, and I have to speak up for injustices or for the people that can't be here. And I've noticed time and time again that we have people showing up, but people are tired. We have been doing this for months now. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for coming to this event today, because you are showing where your true values lie, and you are actually being good allies and showing up. Because the fight for injustice against black and brown people cannot be done without our non-black people. And that goes for white people as well too. Racism is not an issue for black people to solve, for brown people to solve. It's an issue for white people to solve. Because this system does not benefit us. It benefits whiteness, and it uplifts whiteness. And to all my white allies that are out here looking at me, thank you for being here and thank you for being present, but your job is not done.
Truth.
You have to continue to educate yourselves and educate others. You have to step in front and speak up for people who cannot speak up for themselves. Because black and brown people are fucking tired. Excuse me for my language. They have to live in a world where they have to be present in the now and the hustle and the grind. But there's another world we have to live in. And that's the existence of being who you are and how people treat you when they see your skin. So I think it's great that we have all of these Black Lives Matter signs, there's streets being named, and this and the third. But what we need every single day is applying pressure to actually get policies changed, to actually get officers held accountable, to actually get funding for these communities, these black and brown communities. It's not enough for you to go ahead and, repost something on social media. Yes, you being here, being present for marches is important, but when you leave here, it's important that you educate yourselves by reading up on the struggles that black and brown people have faced day to day. There's podcasts out there, there's movies, there's docuseries, there's everything out there. And you need to take that education, sit with it, realize your own biases, your own privileges, and use that to educate others. But go ahead and get all those city council members' emails. Email them, call them. There's change.org, there's a bunch of petitions out there. And then there is local black and brown businesses in your communities for you to go and patronize and give that money to them. And I know that everybody screams Black Lives Matters, Black Lives Matter, Indigenous Lives Matter, Latinos Lives Matter. But when you say Black Lives Matter, sometimes I wonder if people really understand what Black Lives Matter. And when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm saying the quality of Black life simply matters. And that means Black people have adequate education, they have resources for health care, their schools are funded, there's financial literacy, and there's building of equity in those communities. And so that's why I come here time and time again. I'm tired. My voice is out. I
Generational
lead
wealth.
marches every Friday with my group. And every day when I go to my bed, I'm like, I won't be able to get up because I'm so tired. But for some reason, something in me gets me up every single day because I have to let people know that Black life simply matters. And the quality of that life simply matters. And I want you guys all to really appreciate the moment where we are right now, especially in front of the water and the water lanterns. And any messages that you put in on there, any pain that you have felt in these last couple of months or in the years, putting that on there. But if you're writing Black Life Matters on there, I need you to understand the quality of that Black life simply matters. And thank you so much for allowing me to speak. My name is Trey.
Trey!
Straight from Seattle. Graduated from Rainier Beach in 2009. All right, home of the Vikings. All right. And thank you so much. And continue to show up. And that's for every event. I mean, we can't go to every event, but show up. And when you show up, don't show up half-assed. Show up 120% because we need your voices, we need your spirit, and we need your hearts. And we need you to come there to educate yourselves. And then you need to take that information back and educate others. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you, Trey.
absolutely. Thank you for
She just spoke
asking.
on the fly for us, so appreciate you. Before we get to our next speaker, I do want everyone to just take a moment, take a look.
Someone's going to
at
take my
the
picture with a
lanterns
flash,
right
so
now.
the feed might just get blinded for just
They're
half a second,
beautiful.
folks.
And these represent the lives of our loved ones, but we know that there are many, many more out there. So, moment of silence. Moment of silence, please. Appreciate you. All right, thank you. So what we also know is that a revolution is not a revolution without intersectionality. So I would like to invite up Jake, who's an LGBTQ plus activist. Jake, if you could get to the mic for me. Clap it up all the way to the stage, y'all.
Thank you.
Not bad for a first timer, right?
Yeah.
20 years, Cameron. Let's do that in every set. Freak out on film sets.
I also like to move around a little bit, so I'm going to pull this off. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here today. I want to say a quick shout out to KG for setting this up. It's a big thing to take on, setting up an event, something like this. I recently hosted my first march in South Lake Union. It was all Black Lives Matter march on South Lake Union. And it was independently held by myself. I'm not part of a large organization. I'm simply trying to become an activist within the community, independently, and pushing the message that I feel so strongly about, which is the members of the LGBTQIA plus community and my Black and brown people within that community. So I want to give him praise for bringing you guys together here today. And we're all here because we are in the process of healing. Particularly a main focus of the recent event that I held was to focus on the Black trans community, which we have seen constantly targeted and dismissed in our society. Recently, and within 9 days in the month of March, we lost 6 Black trans women, names such as Tatiana Hall, Bree Black, Brayla Stone, Tiana Hall, and multiples others. And I think that it's unfortunate that all of these names that we have to continue to chant and march, we're remembering them for who they were and not who they continue to be. To be Black and trans, I can't speak from the experience. I can only speak on the existence that I am still becoming who I am intended to be in this world. And what I see when I see the members of the Black trans community is people that are warriors. These are people that have taken years to be able to, fight to be who they are in society, to walk amongst us as a Black trans woman, a Black trans man, and what that means, and how hard that is. And it really is upsetting to me to see these people that have fought so hard in their life to get to where they are, and to be constantly dismissed by the justice system, by the health system, by the government, and every single area of society. And I'm trying to bring more attention to these people and how their lives matter. I think that we tend to focus on saying Black trans lives matter, and we don't realize what actions we need to actually take to show them that their lives matter. It means using our platforms when we have the capability with just social media, marching, to chant their names, to bring light to their stories. If you see something, you need to repost it. I've been telling people recently that the power of social media is going to drive the future of this country. Millennials, Gen Z, it's time for you guys to step up. You guys have a platform, which it be Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. If it's 10 followers, 20 followers, 1,000 followers, 50,000 followers, I don't care how many followers you have. If you have at least one person on there that is willing to listen to what you have to say, you need to share meaningful information that you feel like is worth sharing. I think when we're in the marching, we get caught up in chanting these names, and I find myself, I chant in anger because I'm mad for these people that have had to lose their lives over violence that is unnecessary, if it's police brutality or domestic violence, or if it's simply hate crime. Dominique Fells, Raya Milton, the list, honestly, Nina Pop, the list goes on, and I'm tired of having to chant these names. I really am, and I'm going to continue to chant these names until we seek justice for each and every one of them, and that we see that they're going to be looked at as equal in society. But I really need help with that, and I need everybody else to feel that as strongly as I do, and members of this community do as well. And so what I want to remind you is that in between the chanting and the anger that you feel, we also need to mourn these losses, and we need to work on the process of healing. That means self-care. In between marching, you need to go home and take care of yourself before you hit the streets again to go march. You're no good to society until you're good to yourself. So I really want you guys to emphasize, thank you, to take the time for yourselves in between here. It takes a lot of work to be out here right now. It's a Sunday night. I know, we would all love to be at the comfort of our homes, but we have to be out here. We have to be persistent and really make sure that we're, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I feel like we need in between the marching, is this time for mourning and really to heal. So I want to thank you all for having me today, and I want to continue to see more of this. I want to see marching. I want to see visuals. I want to see, everybody really just roll through this together. It's amazing. I was just on my friend that we're in the month of August, which is such a blink in an eye, but and yet here we are. You still are present, and you still are here because you care to be here. You care about my life. You care about my father's life, my nephew's life, everybody else's Black lives. And so I want you guys to continue that, and what you leave feeling here today, feel that every single day. And that's all I have to say. So thank you guys for having me.
All right, y'all ready to sing? Yeah, okay, cool. So if you're willing and able, can you come grab some music from me? We've got packets right here in this box. Raise your hand if you do know Lift Every Voice and Sing. Who knows it? Okay, I see 1, 2, 3. Yeah, streamers, we need you too. Can we get y'all some music? Can you hold it and maybe try and juggle it? Elisha, I don't know if Elisha's still here. She said she might try and get on the guitar for us and help us out. I would encourage you to come in social distancing, not too far. For people working the booths, if y'all want to get in on this, I'm sure your stuff will be safe. But I'm interested to see what we can do here. And if anyone wants to come up on the stage with me and Kaya, maybe we'll come down. You're welcome. Oh, also, does anyone have the dongle adapter for the iPhones to the auxiliary cord? Does anyone have one of those on hand? No, to play music, like to adapt to the auxiliary? Do you have one? Oh yeah, because then we can get a little track going behind us if Elisha can't play the guitar. Should we go over there? Okay. Cool. And we are gonna, if you'd be so kind as to return these when we're done so we can keep using them. Appreciate you. I'm gonna do this acapella, y'all. Hey, Elisha. Elisha.
We're going to get another song in with Elijah. She'll get to play guitar.
Do you want to play guitar with us? Should we plug into this? Okay, that's what I was thinking too.
No, because I'm streaming and...
Or can we just put the mic in front? Is anyone excited? Okay, cool.
As the lanterns continue to drift off into the distance across Green
Yeah, and
Lake.
if there's anyone who wants to come up here to the front, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. Oh, you did?
Those little points of light that you're seeing in the background are lanterns. Long day. Very long day.
We're not going to be all up on the mic because we're nervous. So hopefully you can hear us.
Just a little practice session.
Oh yeah, pull out your camera. So I mean, this is what it's gonna be like. We're just gonna fill it out, y'all. So it's 1, 2, 3 pages. How do y'all feel about just working on the first verse together? Yeah, and as we continue to do these, we'll continue to expand. Well, we got 30 minutes, so let's see what we do.
Yeah, after this, you guys will be able to sing with everybody at all the events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And yeah, you can Google them if you like. If there's, I think we might have some more packets left if you need them, but share with your neighbor too. We're just gonna get into it, y'all. Two, three. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. All right, y'all. How'd that feel? Y'all feel good? Okay, we gonna get this. I really want to hear you though. I can only hear me, so I'm trying to hear y'all. Belt it out. Okay, we in good company. It's dark out here. Okay.
We're all doing this together.
Do you guys want to move the second verse or do the first one one more time? First one one more time. First one more time.
We're learning.
Collective decision making. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. You sound beautiful.
Yes.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the
Hi.
rising
How are you?
Good.
sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory.
Yeah, me too. But still, this is beautiful. I mean, the view is tremendous, and I'm glad I can share it with my audience because the view is just tremendous.
The second person will sound exactly like the first.
Exactly. So here's how. So if you're on the second page, or yeah, is it page 2? Oh, sorry, no, page 3. You'll see at the end, it says. So after we say is one, there's a 2 and it says stony the land. That's how we start the second verse, and then you got to flip back to the main page. Okay, so stony the land. Oh, sorry. Road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, fell in the days when the newborn had died, yet with a steady beat, our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers. It's died. Sorry, it's died. We have come over a way with the tear from the water. We see it? God of Okay, let's keep going, y'all. Yeah, here we go. Okay, ready? Okay, come put you up here. You wanna come on, Trey? Come play. Get up here, Trey. That's okay. Don't have us up here.
So for anybody that don't know what Clark Atlanta is, or HBCU,
Hello. Speak on
you
it.
all to lift everybody's
We need you to be the leader. Here we go. Yeah. From the top, we're gonna try and get through all three? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Here we go. This is fun. We got God of Weary Years. We're taking it from the top. Lift
We're
every
taking
voice.
the top, we're just going all the way through.
Here we go.
We're just gonna hit all the bumps and keep going.
Let's gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Let's go. This is fun, y'all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, one more new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the land. Stony the land, we strong. Bitter the chastening rod fell in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a way that the tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter. Now come the blooming past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of a bright star is cast. That's first. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us far on the way. That's all right, keep going. Thou who hast tried thy might, led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we tread. Bless our feet, stray from the places, our God, where we could be. Bless our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand. True to our God, true to our maiden land.
We did that, y'all. Y'all were great.
Thank you, Trey. You need that HBC. Okay, so how y'all feel? You want to try another song? You want to keep rocking this one? New one? Yeah, we want to change this one time? We're just springing this on Elisha right now, by the way. It is sad. Now, the only other one I got, though, is Spirit. which is gonna be challenging. Okay, because that's some Beyonce. Okay. She can do it. She does it in the living room all the time.
I'd like once again to thank the organizers for allowing us to stream tonight and be able to bring this entertainment to you. For those of you who could not be here, either because you're part of the national audience or because you can't be here because of COVID or health reasons or time restrictions. And we thank you for your support and for mostly being respectful in the comments. The camera really doesn't do justice at this point to all of the little pinpoints of light that are on the lake. As the lanterns, dozens and dozens and dozens of lanterns are there just to see. It's beautiful.
I'll do my best. Wait, who knows as well? Because you can come up here. Don't be shy. You can come up here. Please come up here. Rebecca, someone's pointing to you, I think. Rebecca? Oh yeah, change is gonna come. We're gonna do change is gonna come. Who knows it will? Come on, don't be shy, y'all. It's family now. They said, don't worry about not being able to sing. You know what I mean? Wait. There we go. Okay, let's try. My little baby. When my little baby was a little baby, I would cut this on, and as soon as the violins would come on, he would go to sleep. So I listened to this a lot, actually. Okay, let's try it.
Oh my goodness.
It's been too hard. Oh, there's people up there now. I hear you. Yeah, keep on. Pray to God. I know this one. Sorry, these are harder to read. Oh, okay. So verses are at the very end for some reason. Okay, so if you go to page like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll see verse 2. And it's not with the song, so it's down here. It's right here. So let's try that again.
Angel Rebecca, you don't know.
Y'all see that?
You got it?
Page 4. It says verse 2.
Let me put you on the spot, but you need to know this stuff.
Pray to God. Okay. Okay, cool.
You know what? I might catch over here.
Yeah, and I know I can hear some of y'all out there singing too. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Y'all ready? I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change won't come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard to live in, to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change won't come. Oh, yes it will. To the movie, and I go downtown. Somebody is telling me. I know who we We need a dongle. We don't have the things. We could. I guess I could hold my phone up to the. Yeah. You're right. You do. You gotta give us Sandy.
I'm not saying I can sing like Beyonce when I get it.
Say that. Say that. Y'all feeling good? Here we go. Thank you for doing this, everybody. This is exciting.
Do you happen to know who the other two shooters are? I got Anthony and Maria already.
Jessica with the pinkish hair is Sarah, and then Melissa, and then one more. The names are skipping me. And I'm on stream, so I know those people are okay with their name, but not everybody's okay with their names on blast.
I asked them.
Oh, okay.
And I said, this is a project.
Yeah.
Together to use wherever.
Yeah.
So no, I just say, hey, I'm from the group. You probably saw me. No, this ain't my first time. But
Yeah.
anyways, no, so you say Jessica with a pink?
Yeah, she has the long pink hair. Was Sarah, S-A-R-A, Sarah with an H. I know she was down there streaming. I don't know if she's still
Oh, that's her
with the long pinkish hair. Yeah, very pretty young woman. Yeah. And then the friend that's with her is Melissa, I believe.
And she's in the group as well?
Yeah. I don't know. They're sitting next to each other.
Right there.
Yep.
Just those two, or you said someone
No,
else?
there's another woman, and her name's escaping me at the moment.
Okay, because I got Maria.
No, it's not Maria.
Okay.
It's one other. It's really dark down there right now, so it's hard to go. She was sitting next to Anthony earlier.
Oh, okay.
Black woman. Very sweet. Very sweet black woman.
Oh, they always are. So I just come to get a photo of you guys. We already got some stock and
Yeah.
random, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
They just need to select something to grab here. I mean, it's very lovely, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It's getting cold.
It's feeling good to me, dude. Born and raised here, so.
I've lost 90 pounds. I got the COVID quarantine 15 like everybody else has, right? But I lost 90 pounds and I can't, before, like this would be fine. And I can't cope anymore. I'm like, man, I'm freaking cold.
Yeah, I'm down to 210. And that's not because of COVID. It's just, but, no, like I said, here it's like, give me 50 degrees, I'm happy.
Right.
I mean, because I moved though. That's why.
Right.
And it's still like you. I can't do it because my back anymore. I was like, I told him, I said, dude, I'm taking pictures.
Yep.
I said, shit, I'm hands free on film sets these days, so I'm cool.
David.
Benito.
Oh, okay, Benito. Now I got the face to the name, sort of. It's a little dark, but I see the glasses and the mask. Yeah. There you go.
No one always says, this is my first time using a camera. You guys are so scary. Terrified.
Much like Beyonce with the
No.
vocals saying.
We need a couple of more grumpy old guys on this project.
Oh, yeah.
We got to stick together, you know what I'm saying, right? Grumpy old guys unite.
I'm making fun of myself. Like I said, doing this for 2 decades, dude, I'm just making fun of it. If you have fun with it, screw it.
Oh, totally. I had a few people like, I guess it was a little crazy at Cal Anderson, and I did the Back to Blue thing today at the Spog thing, I was filming up there, and I'm just, I reached my threshold of self-abuse today, so.
Yeah, I don't take that. No.
Well, there's a story to be told, right? It's part of the story, so you gotta.
I mean, you get it, but no, I'm just like, nope, I'm here.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
But I'm not one. I'm just like, here, let me put this away.
Yeah.
You better run. I was like,
Okay.
I'm too tired and old to
Okay,
put up
so
with it.
same lyrics though.
Yeah.
I mean, I got.
Okay, so we're gonna
I
prepare
got
for next
patience,
time.
but as long as they don't put your hands on
I don't know
me,
if
spit
it's
on
on
me, or any of that stupid shit.
She's
Right. I saw somebody was at what it was. And I was like, I so need this hat. You know, just a regular base order, but it says up at the top of the hat, I'm too old for this shit. And I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I want this hat so bad.
Angel Rebecca, everybody. Angel Rebecca.
No, like I said, every time I'm with a new crew, I mean, Anthony and Maria know me, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with a new crew, I'm like, this is my first time, guys. I know it's hard, DP and everybody there's like, I can do, no, hey, please be nice. Give me a chance, guys. Next thing I start talking lighting schematics. I'm like, what? You guys act like you know what the hell you're doing. Oops.
In a little tent, oh, just like the river I've been running ever since.
Beautiful.
It's been a long time coming, but I know it's change gonna come.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I got the audio going, but you can show me. Okay.
It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die because I know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. I go to the meeting and I go downtown. Somebody keeps telling me, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, okay, one more time. And 6, 7. There have been times that I thought, hey, I couldn't last for long. But now I think God is able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. I think we should do lift every voice and sing one time. She's trying to get. I feel like we should do lift every voice and sing one more time. Don't y'all think? We got 4 minutes
So
left.
flippin' cold. It's so cold.
Half one more time. Yeah, let's do it.
I didn't wear my,
You know, so that the song can be the end. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, KG, for sending this up. Thank you, Rejuvenation Station. John Brown Gun Club, who came and held it down too. Thank you, all of you, for your beautiful voices. And thank you for letting me host y'all up here on the stage. Let's do this one more time and then let's get up out of here. Yeah. Does anyone else want to get up here before we're done? Come on now.
I know cool people.
Do remember to turn in your lyrics when you're done.
I'll be the first one. Feel free to empower me. Okay, I love that thing. Yes. You're gonna hear it over there. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has lost. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the jesting rock. Well, in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a way with tears has been watered. We have come treading the path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright sun is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path we pray. Bless our feet, stray from the places that brought where we meant to be. Bless our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world we forget thee. Shadowed beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Come on, come on. what it is swapped around. You just can't see me. It's so dark. All right, so I'll just show you the stage that's being packed up. That's it, Malcontents. That's a wrap here at Green Lake Park. For those of you, again, in the Venmo, there's information there. You can help support live streamers and videographers and safety crews. So you can do that. There's Venmo up there to support the Everyday March team. There's a Venmo up there to serve the live event team. You can also support the Malcontentment Tango through Venmo, through PayPal, or become a patron. And I really, really appreciate you all joining today. It's been a long ass day to me. I've been streaming or running around from streaming point to streaming point for 10 hours, plus today. I'm cooked. So that's it, Malcontents. Support independent media. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow because I got a busy work day tomorrow, and I put in one hell of a day today. So I think I'm gonna take a break from streaming. I got the real job.
No? Dion, are you still in the house? Dion?
And then I'll probably be back out on Tuesday. Of course, if things get spicy or something like that, yeah, we'll head out as always. So be good to each other, Malcontents. Have those discussions. Don't think binary. That's it.